Cool. Seed of Magic. Ooh, stay for free. Yes, please. Thanks, lady. We're actually getting a cutscene here.
Ah, Angelo. You look like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Maybe it would help to get it off your chest, hmm? Not that I want to force you, mind.
Doesn't look like it'll go away either way.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe things will never be right between us. Marcello, will never forgive me. If only we didn't share common blood, I'm sure we'd get along fine.
So we get to hear about a bit about Angelo's past.
Abbot Francisco was always well known around these parts for his benevolence. He'd often take in children who had nowhere else to go. And I was one of them. My parents were well off, part of the aristocracy. But then they both died. All of a sudden, I was left with no family and no money. The Abbey was the only place I could go.
Poor kid. Losing both his parents at such a young age. See how this place would be scary to a little kid. Oh, look, little Marcello.
You're new here, aren't you? Are you here to join the brothers? Have you come all on your own? Oh, you must be exhausted. Where are your things? Is that all you've got?
My mummy and daddy died, so I don't have many things, and I don't have anywhere else to go.
Aww.
You sound a lot like me. But there's no need to worry. Abbot Francisco and all of us will be your family from now on.
But...
Let's go and find the abbot. Come on now, don't cry. Why don't you tell me your name?
Angelo.
Uh-oh.
You! So you're Angelo.
His attitude just did a 180 there.
Leave. I want you to leave. You leave and never come back. I don't ever want to see you again. So you're intent on ruining this life for me as well, are you?
Wow, that's pretty harsh.
Marcello was the golden boy of the Abbey. He studied hard and had a bright future ahead of him. But when it came to me, his attitude wasn't so positive.
I'm so sorry, child. I'm sad to say I heard that little exchange. It's so unlike Marcello to act like that. I just don't understand. Ah, I see. I always knew he had a half-brother. That's you, isn't it? You're Angelo. Well, they say time heals all wounds. Let's hope your living here will make everything all right. Now, come along with me. From today onwards, this will be your home. Why don't I introduce you to everyone?
Not long after that, I heard the full story for the first time. About how I had a half-brother who was born from an affair between my father and one of the maids, and that was Marcello. If I hadn't been born, he'd have been next in line to my father.
Now this is a story that we heard in Simpleton, where this guy was trying to have a child with his wife, but she just seemed to not have a child. So he went and had an affair with a maid, she had a child, but then his wife ended up having a child after all. And that's how all this started.
But when I was born, Marcello and his mother were thrown out of the house with nothing to their names. She died soon afterwards.
Aww.
He had no one. So he ended up at the Abbey, hating me and my father for all those years.
Well, I can understand his hatred. He blamed you and your father for all of his misfortune.
Quite a bombshell, don't you think? I was so young and innocent then, too. The whole thing hurt more than you can imagine. Still, c'est la vie. My father got off lightly. He did just what he wanted and then died, and left me to take the consequences.
Father of the year there.
I'm the only one left for Marcello to hate now. In a way, I can't say I blame him, and it was probably good that we lived together. At least it gave him someone to take it all out on. It certainly added a bit of spice to the humdrum life at Myella Abbey, anyway.
Angelo, I'm so...
This story's gone on long enough. Look, it's nearly daybreak.
Oh wow.
Wait!
He told this story all night. Quite a tale, though. Difficult situation for both Marcello and Angelo, though. Not really fair to say one had it rougher than the other, I would think. Right, we'll go ahead and save her as well. Save here. Alright, so we're still making our way towards Ascantha Castle. Or the Ascantha Region, whatever you want to call it. But I did see a treasure chest along the way here, from the opposite side of the river. So let's see if we can get to it before we press on. Brownies. That gotcha. Good, another level up for Jess. And she learned the bang spell. That'll come in handy. Alright, so more into stabs, please. She becomes a staff analyst. Jessica's maximum MP increases by 20 when she's using a staff. That's only when she's equipped with a staff, bear in mind. It'll be a bit of a trek. Oh, we can't go that way. Ooh, fat bats. These things we have to be careful of. Actually, let's try out her bang spell. Bang is a handy spell because it'll attack all on-screen enemies, regardless if they're in a group or not. You have to be very careful fighting those things in groups because I believe they can cast snooze, and their hip attacks are strong as well. Alright, we can't get this there from that side. I think we have to go pretty far out of the way in order to actually get to that chest. I think it's doable, though. We'll use Padfoot to try and not be discovered by enemies as much. There's a chest there, which I didn't think I'd be running into. My key doesn't fit this lock. If that's the case, then the other chest may be the same as well. Alright then, we can now use the Riverside Chapel as a zoom quick warp point. Alright, so we'll just have to remember these chests for later. Not all chests can be opened with the Thief's Key. There are some that can only be opened with a more powerful key later on. Okay then, forget the chest. Let's just head straight for Ascantha now. There's two chests along that path now that I'll have to remember. One on the way to the chest that we saw across the river, and then the one actually across the river itself. Alright, let's head to Ascantha. A mum appears. Okay. Goodbye, Mum. So yeah, if we just keep following this path, we'll eventually reach the kingdom of Ascantha. We're about halfway there, I'd say. Took a while to get into some encounters there. Trying to increase your defense, eh? This thing's called a jump. Goodbye, chum. Good, I can see it in the distance now. Thank you for the milk. Goodbye, enemies. I thought I saw more cows around here. Woe to you too. Man, these things really hit hard. These certainly are weird enemies. Mum, jums, and bows. Mumbo jumbo? That's silly. Okay, so we've arrived at Ascantha. Well, this place certainly looks gloomy. I guess that's a good point there. You'd find more cheer in a graveyard. Ooh. We found a lady's ring. Now, apparently there's a little story that's tied to this lady's ring, which I'll be investigating in a little bit. But we'll have to go back to Fairbury for it. So we'll do that in a little while. Alright, so there is a short bow here, and while I do want to switch Angelo over to bows at some point, he doesn't necessarily need one right now, because I haven't even put any skill points into bows. So I think we can hold off on getting one. Now the edge boomerang is actually weaker than the reinforced boomerang we already have. And that steel broadsword is only 3 points stronger than the boomerang, so there's really not much point buying it. Not until we find a sword that's more worth buying, anyway. We could buy a leather dress for Jessica. Bronze armor for our hero. Let me see something real quick. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to get Jessica some more defense. She definitely needs it. So we got a bronze shield for Yangus. I do think I'll buy the bronze armor and the iron cuirass as well. Now, Yangus, you can give that scale shield to Angelo. Alright, I think I got everything equipped now. Ooh, I could actually give that to Angelo, and that would slightly increase his defense. Ooh, that actually worked out really well. Ooh, very nice. I'm happy with how that turned out. I didn't think he'd be able to equip that bronze armor. Or scale armor, I should say. Alright, we're looking good. I think I'll go ahead and sell one of those extra chainmails. Give us a little extra money, and I'll hold on to one in case we need it for something in alchemy. I'll buy 3 more moonwort bulbs. Paralysis isn't very common, but it can happen. What does rennet powder do? Oh, turns milk into cheese. Now let's explore the rest of the town. So I wonder why all these people are all dressed in black for. It's been 2 years now. We all have to wear mourning clothes, and everyone is so gloomy. Wait, you guys, this whole town has been in mourning for 2 years? What? Oh, got another mini medal. Why should I leave? I mean, other than this place being a total snoozeville. Haven't been allowed to wear anything but black for 2 whole years. Wow. I'm sure goth people wouldn't have a problem with that. It's a book entitled Leatherworking, an Introduction. A fur poncho is an invaluable garment. It protects the wearer from both heat and cold. It's also durable and lasts for a long time. Studies indicate that they can be created by combining 2 kinds of animal skin in some way. So some kind of animal pelts. Great rocks. It may look silly, but take it from me, a stone hard hat is a great way to protect your noggin. They're easy to make too. All you have to do is combine a stone axe and a certain kind of hat. Believe me, it's worth the time it takes to cook one up. Stone axe and some kind of hat. Okay. The shelves are lined with books related to cows, including The Cow Whisperer, the Dairy Encyclopedia, and Grass and Grazing, an Introduction. Alright then. Cookbook entitled Chuffed About Cheese. You can make your own cheese. All you have to do is combine rennet powder with fresh milk. If you're fortunate enough to have access to an alchemy pot, simply put the ingredients into the pot and start cooking. In fact, you can make a whole variety of cheeses in the alchemy pot, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Every journey begins with a single step. Practice with the recipe for plain cheese first. Alright, so we can make plain cheese with milk and rennet powder. Of poetry entitled The Tale of Ascantha. Luna, Luna in the sky, on nights of the full moon I shall try. If in the right place I do sit, a door is revealed by the light you emit. On the highest hilltop I shall search, waiting in my mountaintop perch. The magic doorway shines so bright, but only on a full moon's night. Through the portal your dreams lie, you would try it if you were wise. Huh. Okay then. I hope that's not a ominous sign of things to come or anything. Ah, so it looks like it was the queen who died. And the king hasn't been able to get over it. Poor fella. But still, mourning for 2 years. You gotta get a grip, man. Nothing to break around here. This is the inn. I don't think we really need to rest just yet. Wait, this inn has nothing for me to steal. You guys suck. Alright, time to enter the castle. Ascantha is in a period of official mourning for our late queen, so don't go making any unnecessary noise. It's been 2 long years now since the queen passed away, but the king didn't want to speak out of line, or out of turn. So that leads to the main hall. Bandit's grass skirt and a bandana. Alright, let's try this. So we'll throw in a bandit's grass skirt and a bandana. I'm pretty sure I remember that making boxer shorts, which we already have. But oh well, it's not like we're using those items anyway. 42 gold coins, nice. And a mini medal. Oh, that just leads back outside. That's fair enough. I guess let's head up these stairs next. Can barely see with all these black drapes on over the walls. Ooh, he's barely eating too. It's not good. Let's see. I think we heard of this Emma person from the woman in the house next to the church.